Good day, my name is Alexander Acosta and my colleague Liliana Ayas. We will expose the work done for the International of Laika to the country of Malaysia. The project focused on the Laika company in order to obtain research and might at discovering and developing the most suitable aspect for internationalize, and is this way creating added value for the company, obtaining both national and international recognition as well as significant growth, generating competitive advances of their company in the sector. The purpose of the analysis is the investigation the environment of Malaysia in aspects such as the economic, social, and industrial, and in the way designing a proposal that allow and enter the Malaysia in markets. Carry of the world market research was taken and fundamental basis include the pestle investigation, the definition corresponding to the Laika company as well as the characteristics of the sector in Malaysia. Taking into account in the first place the export facility and the benefits that this brings the country's economic, taking as a reference the particular studies regarding the census carried out in the different sectors of the economy and different studies carried out in the other situation on the sector and the international process.
The general objective is carried out at internationalization of the company Laika from Colombia to Malaysia for the commercialization of the service of sending products and attention to domestic pets. For this, we carry out the specific objectives which will allow us to reach that the general objective, and these goals are: 1. Formulate an investigation of analysis in the domestic pet sector to assess the feasibility of the application in Malaysia. 2. Define the business sector and in the negotiation models. 3. Propose internationalization strategies and models for the Laika company. Based on the given question, how through strategic management can an intelligent business proportional be created based on strategic organizational planning?
We begin with the analysis of the country to the sport with all the Malaysia, or called the Federation of Malaysia. Malaysia is located in the South Asia just above of Ecuador, being Indonesia, Thailand, the Philippines, and Singapore, account with population of the 34,700,000 inhabitants. In capital is Kuala Lumpur. Its lengua is Malaya, English, Chinese, Taiwan, and various delegates. Here also spoken in the country based on population group. La religion in Islam in the official religion, according to the federal constitution, allowing religious freedom in the recognized, and the practices of the religion is a follow. 50% population in Muslim, white Buddhist. It is the second most practiced religion, follow the Christian Hinduism. They are of animal to the skilling minorities. The currency is rigged. The front of the state is the constitutional monarchy. To the analysis, more the deeply carry out the pestle analysis, where we will count facts and data of the country.
Politics. National Day August 31, 1957, political structure constitutional monarchy. Head of State King Sultan Abdullah maintains this with Great Britain on September 70, 1970 in the UN. Malaysia is an important country for the European Union. It has signed bilateral agreements with Australia, Chile, Japan, India, and New Zealand. One of the political crises that Malaysia has had been thanks to the resignation of Mahathir, who is the oldest government leader in the world. Economy, scientific, and technological cooperation agreement signed on March 22, 29 de Malaysia or Pakistan. Economy. Malaysia has favorably grown in the manufacturing sector and in a tourism destination that drives the economy. 80% of the country of Malaysia in the GDP is agriculture, industrial, with 37.6% and service that are 50%. By 2022, industrial non-service service. Malaysian main exports are electronic equipment, palm oil, liquid natural gas, and other products. Import including machinery, oil, plastic, and chemicals. According to the World Bank, Malaysia in rank 11 owes the 119 economy in terms of ease of doing business. Social. Malaysia has a population of 31 million inhabitants as of 2020, has an area of 3,030 square kilometers. The capital is Kuala Lumpur. Its religion is Islam. Life expectancy is 75.9 years. Birth rate is 5.3 years.
Technological. 1. Malaysia is committed to the adoption of the latest technologies and electronic commerce to better take advantage of the digital platforms. 2. Malaysia is one of the most important technology fields in Asia. 3. Malaysia has excellent infrastructure, a productive workforce, and attractive incentives for investors. 4. Nuclear science and technology. Malaysia advances along the plan of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. 5. Malaysia is committed to the innovation and creativity to the increase the competitiveness of industries. Ecological. 1. Malaysia is one of the largest generators of the plastic polluting in Asia. 2. Economic, social, and environmental sustainability of palm oil production in Malaysia. 3. Big artisan field worker English growth will resident Malaysia Islam for agreement future be convenient, sustainable designing for new business and culture destination and homes. 4. Malaysia is committed to the agreement future with an ecological label. 5. Malaysia is joining the call to work later they created a World Environment Organization weird. And legal. 1. The penalty law. 2. Is Naikling conservation food culture is predominantly ruled by Islam. Side of the Islamic law condemns any practices contrary the religion with heaping and mounting excellence or execution. 3. Law proportion of the agreement signed with the government of Malaysia for the promotion and reciprocal protection of the investors. 4. Malaysia is in defense of the territorial and rights of indigenous people. 5. Since August Ismail Sabri Jokot is the incumbent Prime Minister, what after the recentness of the Malaysian ASEAN head the government.
The main objectives of ASEAN are the accelerate economic growth and the promote regional peace and stability. ASEAN has established a joint forum with Japan as a cooperation agreement with the European Union and has started talks for official trade cooperation with the Eurasian Economic Union. Its headquarters are in the Jakarta.
Also part of the International Synecologia Federation. The Federation Synecologia International is the organization that is in the charge of governing and promoting synecologia or canopologia to organ the world as well as governing the standard of dog breeding is a consists a 98 member country with their own pedigrees that are the judges. 18 countries did the rules of the breeds native today which are endorsed by the FCE is the bus in the development. It was created on the May 22, 1911 with the aim promises and protect synecologia and purpose dogs via means it defines disabled. Its objective is the government mutual recording on duets and pedigrees within its member countries. Malaysia is recognized as one of the full members of WIN studies. The information on canaries is present.
Our product, Laika, is an online store for pets with a wide variety of products and service at home. Handle more than 400 products that is a medicine, meals, snack, natural diets, hygiene, and accessories, delivering to the door of the home. With this service, we want to reach the country of Malaysia, since it is a country that values animals the most and fights for their rights. Thanks, notice was determined that is home via territory with a great scope and growth for the Laika company. His Laika an innovative service, thanks to the pandemic and the abrupt change that the world had electronic commerce and only sales were the main means of the making all kinds of the purchase. And that is what Laika offered, apart from being a digital tool that promises a larger number of the service. It also makes it easier to acquire and service and the product with use on click. The e-commerce market segment specializes in comprehensive pet care, not only private food, toys, medicine, and accessories, but also product service sure at home bath, hinders, nurses, home beds, and walking eyes. Laika products portfolio contains more than 70 services, including a free veterinary consultation. Home light has a breadth of food.
Strategy within the Laika company objectives here lay the growth as a company. Within these objectives is the communication strategy, which allows reaching the final clients with a clear message to different messages in effective way. In recent years, direct to consumer brands have become increasingly disrupted in the marketplace. Laika was born from the growing trend. This Colombian company offers pet lovers in the country interested direct business relation and price at different value, always fair price. Laika is Colombian digital platform where pet owners can find all the products and services they need to ensure the health of the furry companies. According to the co-founder and chief growth officer Andrea Gonzalez Bernal, the company dares to understand what pet lovers want and how they want it. We really think from the point of the being of the clean pet lovers and the sheer pet. We feel that there are many concerted fit the strategies are 1. Lawn strategy, 2. Visibility strategy, 3. Trust strategy, 4. Position strategy, 5. Expansion strategy. Business model in Malaysia. For Laika, the negotiation model is the traditional one, win-win. Laika argues from the love for animal, and for that same reason always generation trust in its clients. Speed when deliver the orders and impregnating the best possible service with the feel that they are part of the company growth, and win is reflects both for Laika. What reason here customer and the consumer were preferred is the for its attention is committee and ladies was as worked, so that today is the company with so much growth and visual ilset abroad.
Steps for internationalization carried of the department. The beginning of the process of internationalization of company must be carried out through a department exclusively dedicated to it. This will be in charge of everything related to the opening of new markets in other countries, leaving the operation of the other department free. Therefore, the Laika Internationalization Department is created, which will focus on all the racial part to carry outside process in which the quality and internal and external capacities of the company to achieve in the most efficient and exact way the position of the company Laika in the country of Malaysia. Of Malaysia, and when noting the group that has and in Colombia the studies sum the potential and in the can have an unnecessary market. Laika is the leading pet trade in Colombia and is the first 5 place when the Hinghead sales in Mexico and Chile. The company sales have grown more than 4 times year after year until 2021 in the founders expect in the share more than $50 million and the wide ratio more than 5 million pets in Latin America. Analysis. Before starting the internationalization process, it is also necessary to carry out an internal analysis of the company through a pestle analysis. This tool will help the company to better understand its situation in order to assess which way the country should go, understanding its policy, economic, culture, development, technology, and infrastructure. When conduct research and review the different sources of information about the country of Malaysia and its sectors, we observe the most effective way to carry with the process in which we can count on different sectors of investment support, both national and financial, in given by the World Bank.
Objectives through the objectives process for the study carried out with the company Laika, with the aim of working in it is violated on how an international to Malaysia could be carried out. Direct objectives are process in which the bets why the process carrying out an internal evaluation of the company, analysis the Malaysia sector and designing a plan to internationalize the company. Company with the aim of the aging growth and possibility of the company in the capital of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, for the future expansion in the territory of Asia. Choice of new market. It is decided to address the pet and pet app market in which, according to the Pestel analysis, indicates that it's a great investment and association beyond the company goal of the collect the necessary resources to the adapt to country's market. Surplus results are used to the able the market progresses into the over period of 2 years. And commercial strategy. It should to start a small company where the service will be provided in the sector of the capital of Malaysia, providing the full service in addition to forming supplying alliance to the animal fountains and participation in pedigrees competition in the country in order to create a growth of the NAMs, ensuring quality, punctually complete services and user-friendly app. The process to the venture into Malaysian marketing, advertising and offering discounts for affiliation to our service. Advertising will be sold be made such a finance internet page and advertising at canines events. Implementation. Once the previous steps have been carried out, the only thing left is implementation in the country. The aim is the reduced risk and adaptation to the new market to the ease process of learning about the begins and the application is the value constant to the news consumer in terms of few canine service and other utensils for pets. The number of operations is increased and more with ease get to the activities. Supplement here reduced to the two most records be user and operation are consolidate tracing a path of the comprehensive service and employment grows the achieved economic stability. For the company, the highest priority in this place are probability and control of the different activities. Carrier above of the carry of the greatest number of operations. Since in the first few months you will be focused on the acquisition of products and advertising in the different canines and the sector the rich or clean. What are the population of 5 years and older what have domestic pet?